Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to Wrestling Gab. We got Vince McMahon on right now, so that's Talitha. I'm Travis, and it's Friday.
And it's Wrestling Gab, and you're watching us. We're watching SmackDown. And it is the first live
SmackDown
fans show
since February, March, somewhere around that time of 2020. Where the hell have you been?
Right? Where the hell have you been? Supposedly some of our people should be out there. How many of our people in our chat are there right now?
That's it. That's all he said. Where have you been? And walked off. What a pimp.
Walter's in the chat. Hey, Walter. He's like, oh, trivia, and I can stay till 9. I'm good. Work today, relaxing, watching SmackDown. Sweet, staying cool. Sophie's like, hi. What are your thoughts about the rumored Goldberg versus Bobby match for SummerSlam?
Yeah, it looks like that's what's going to end up happening. We'll find out on Monday, won't we?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's okay. It's not what I wanted to see, but it's okay.
I don't want to see it either.
I just don't want to see Goldberg lose again. That's what I don't like, and he has to lose that match, so it's just dumb. They're making him into a perennial loser. But he's getting paid bank, so whatever.
So the weird part about this is that there's no way the people in the audience are seeing what we're seeing, right?
No. Well, they can maybe on a screen or something. They might have a monitor somewhere.
Right. Maybe. Anyways, we have Jason Michael in the chat. Alita's with us.
Hey, Alita.
Sophie's
Jason.
out there. Desmond. Vindicator's with us. Golfleshtia. Hey, guys. How is your Friday going or Saturday morning?
Depending on where you're at.
But Jason Michael says, hey, Wrestling Gab, Davey Boy Smith Jr. is backstage. Oh, no.
Old Davey Boy.
Alita saying, hi, family. Walter's like, Vince McMahon, the boss. Sophie says they are running late again. I know. We're terrible, right? Sophie's like, Travis looks like Bill Murray from Groundhog Day.
There we go. Pimp.
Nice. Desmond says a cheer for Roman. Alita's like he's walking as if his shoes are too big. Plop, plop.
All
plop,
duck-footed.
Plop. Is that what you're trying to say? He's plopping around. Plop, plop.
Like on the movie Big at the end. Or no, that's in the beginning. Wait. How does it? No, it's at the end. When he's Tom Hanks and then he kissed the girl and then she like looks and he's like this like juvenile. It's all sorts of like child molestation on the different levels.
Right.
But it's okay because she's an older woman.
As Vindicator says, where the hell have you been, Travis and Talitha?
It just started, guys. We're not that far. We're here Wednesday. We haven't missed a day.
The fans are back. Yes, they are. And it is a full crowd, it looks like.
We're going to be doing our prediction shows 8 p.m. Kenyan time on Sunday.
Figure that out wherever you live.
So 8 p.m. Kenyan. That's 8 p.m. Kenyan.
Right?
Or 2000 hours or whatever it's called.
Desmond says, I'm at the show now. Sweet! Take lots of pictures.
Throw a firework or something so we could see the light.
Those people in the front are like, look, I've got head of the table. And the next two are like, we've got the man shirts on.
Hopefully the man shows up. It's possible.
That lady's got a Mom 316 shirt on.
Roman looking pretty good.
They're like, let's bring him out.
He's the show. Look how much he's getting cheered, by the way. I knew he would be.
Mm-hmm. They probably would have cheered anybody back at this point with live fans, right? I mean, they're going to be like, oh my God, we're so
You know they're bringing Roman out to start the show. Well, I mean, Vince gets first, right?
Oh, yeah.
So Vince gets first, and then they're bringing out their top superstar.
Mm-hmm.
And then Edge is going to show up.
Yeah. Sophie says they didn't want Brock to lose before he faces Roman again in the near future.
Roman, you think that's going to be the route they go with Brock?
Huh.
That means that he's going to lose because they have future plans with Roman and The Rock.
Yeah.
So if they did that with Brock, then he would just lose. So that means that they're not bringing Brock back till after WrestleMania next year. He's going to be an old man.
Right. Roberto's in the chat.
He's got old balls.
Right. Roberto's in the chat. Hey, Roberto. Says hello. Happy SmackDown Friday. Welcome the fans. Right? And Walter's Paul Heyman boo. Sophie's like, what are your thoughts about the WWE WrestleMania backup plans for The Rock?
It'll be interesting. I mean, obviously he's not going to go 100%, and I don't like that. Oh, are they going to start with that 6-man tag team match the first thing of the show?
I guess so.
619. They're bringing out Ray. That's such a smart move. They're bringing out Ray and his son. That's what Michael Cole just said.
I know what he said. It's like
Ray Mysterio, one of the greatest superstars of all time, and his son.
And his son.
He didn't even say his name. I love it.
That is like that was like on AEW, and they're like, and oh my gosh, look who it is! It's Brock Anderson.
Hey, it's Mysterio. Oh, Dominic.
Hey, look, it's fucking Ray. And his son. Ugh.
Look how skinny they brought the crowd in.
Yeah, they did. They brought him right up to the thing there, kind of like they normally have in the past. Looks pretty close to what they normally do. Luna is in the chat. Hey, Luna says, well, we are back home finally. And when I mean we, I mean us fans are home. Yep. Walter's like, delete that. I can stay until 9:30 my time. Awesome, Walter. Grant T says, Wrestling Gab, do you think Johnny Boy Cena will be here?
You know what? He could be. Honestly, I think he could be. We're going to see something crazy.
Yeah.
So the crowd noise we're hearing right now is definitely fake. I think they're pumping that in.
I mean, some people are excited.
There are some people, but there's a bunch of people not doing anything. And they're going to manipulate us.
Yeah.
See? Nobody's screaming.
Those people are like, this is dumb. Like, the people in front were way more excited by, like, others.
Now they're...
I mean, those two are like, yay!
Yeah, they gotta hide the
like,
crowd
hey.
and then pump in the noise and then show the guys that are cheering. But nobody's actually cheering, right? Like,
right?
I mean, there's this.
Right, but there was a whole bunch of people that were just like, whatever.
Wow, I can't believe they're starting it out with this. How are they going to end it? Is this going to end fishy then, and they're going to do something at the very end with these two?
Probably. Who knows?
Because they can't end the show without Roman.
Sophie's like, I hear some cheers for Roman. Okay, I only heard cheers for Roman.
Oh yeah, the crowd went nuts for Roman.
Desmond's like, yeah, it's sold out. Feels good, but there's a boo for Roman where I'm at. Thomas is in the chat. Hey, Thomas, as Desmond says, big cheer for Ray and Dominic. Vindicator's like, I bet tonight is going to feel like a low-key pay-per-view. I'm surprised Roman matches in the lead-off spot.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Well, I knew they would bring Roman out first.
Right.
I thought he would talk and then main event it.
Right, but it's not... I guess in a way, if it was just one-on-one, it'd be more of that kind of a situation. But I think because of what it is, I doubt it would be. But they're like, oh, look at us, we're weird, yay. As Walter says, Rey Mysterio and Dominic for the win. Oh, really? Then he cares. So that doesn't says, what are y'all thoughts on entrance and big cheers for Edge?
Not sure it's real.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked like there were fans. I'd say it was a 50-50 split.
Yeah, but there were a lot of fans that weren't doing anything. Like, they were just like, ew, it's this guy. Sophie's like, if that backup plan for The Rock does happen, that means Roman gotta lose the championship at some point before that then. And Walter also added Edge for the win on that last.
Yeah, I mean, that would make sense, I guess, because you could do The Rock Roman without a title. It'd be a huge match. It'd be a main event still match. Mm-hmm. That's actually a wise thing to say. I like that.
Yeah.
We also might get Becky Lynch back this Sunday, tonight maybe even.
Right.
Kind of excited to see what's happening.
Huh. Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of wrestling news that I'm not catching because I've been so busy.
Right. Well, I mean, that's true.
Like, I'm only doing wrestling when wrestling's on. That's it.
True.
I don't even look at YouTube.
All right, here's a trivia question for you guys. Who became the youngest world heavyweight champion in history at SummerSlam 2004? Who became the youngest world heavyweight champion in history at SummerSlam 2004?
Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay, that's a great guess. Good guess.
He would have been about 42.
That's the youngest. Let's see, Grant T. Something is going to happen at the main event. Sophie says the WWE promised 1 or 2 huge surprises this weekend. Also, that the Fatal 4-Way is the main event tonight. Walter says Vince McMahon didn't stay on TV too long.
No, he's a pimp. He just came out and said 2 things.
Sorry, you couldn't hear me, Walter. clear over there? Come on, you guys can hear me just fine. You do not need me to have a mic on. You guys can hear me if I put the mic clear across the room.
Yeah, it's
anyways.
omnidirectional now, so you have to talk into the mic.
No, I'm pretty sure they could hear me just fine. Like, my voice carries a lot. Let's see. CBP is in the chat, and he says Edge Pop was huge. I didn't really see it.
Did you see it, or did you hear it?
I didn't see it with my eyes. The camera panning to the fans in the audience were not showing this.
There was a few.
But I heard some, stuff, but not very many fans were like...
I feel there was a lot of this.
When there was a camera on them, they weren't even like...
Some people were texting, other people were just kind of looking around.
So,
But that's what I'm asking. So I'm asking, did you
off
see the crowd going nuts, or did you hear the crowd going nuts? Because remember, WWE has control of the audio.
Right.
So let's not let them fake us out here.
Right.
Make sure that we visually see it.
True. And let's see. Grant, he says, Wrestling Gab, do you think WWE should have brought Edge back tonight? Well, they'd have to, right? Because he has that storyline going on.
No, he's asking, should this have been the night they brought him back?
Oh, sure.
Instead of a couple weeks ago.
I don't care. No. I don't think it really would have made a difference, one way or the other.
Right. Just surprises. Obviously, he's like surprises. And with fans there, he would have got that big pop, because he would have got it then.
Yeah.
If he would have came back then.
Right.
So, absolutely. I think they should have waited a little bit.
The answer
Pump
to that
the brakes.
was Randy Orton, and
Yes.
we're back from that break. So if you guessed Randy Orton, you got it correct. Sophie said they always piped in cheers when they were in front of live fans before COVID. I wouldn't be surprised. Luke says you can tell crowds are back. Took 13 damn minutes for everyone to get to the ring. Ravi says, all right, sunshine. Yeah, exactly.
All right, we're starting it out
and
already.
coffee.
Jay.
Let's
Going right
see.
after Edge.
Luke guessed that. All right. Some other people guessed that.
All right, Edge turns it around. Look at that. Just
Impact's
drops him
event
down.
is going to have a bunch of surprises too. Cool.
Good deal.
Sophie's like, Dee looks like the leading lady of one of the American Pie films. Sweet. Waleed is in the chat. Hey, Waleed.
Like
saying,
Tara Reid?
Wow, fans are back. Walter's
You looking
like,
all piff?
I'm all looking piff tonight. Look at me.
Well, Tara
Walter's
Reid.
like, it's fine. No. Desmond says, I see it.
Or
I'm
the
here.
girl that's on Buffy. I guess she could have been a main girl on there too.
Who?
I don't know. The girl on Buffy that was on American Pie. I don't know what her name is. The redhead, the witch.
Hannigan, Allison Hannigan. The redhead.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Allison Hannigan.
But she wasn't a huge star in the first one. She became one, but she was the band camp girl.
Yeah. Ravi says, I can hear Dee loud and clear all the way in the UK. That's good because you are in the UK and you're hearing it over the internet. So it's
He
always
could
a
probably
plus.
just listen out his window.
Probably. I mean, that is the big joke.
Look at this. Edge just trying to rip Jay's arm off.
The crowd is very quiet.
Very, very somber crowd.
Now, don't you dare tell me if you're there, if you're like, yeah, they're totally cheering. Not one fucking person in the audience.
Well, they're not going to cheer right now, but they're cheering there. But are they? There's a few, a little scattered crowd noise.
Let's see. Alita says, hi, everyone. Hello, Alita. Desmond says, how is it on y'all end? Was it loud or fake audio?
It's hard. It's really hard to tell. I feel like I can hear the difference, though. Like that, how it kind of comes in and goes...
Yeah.
Like it goes...
Like the people are actually doing something.
I feel like it'll be more sporadic.
Mm-hmm. Sophie says Lesnar was the youngest, then Randy beat him after he first left the company.
So WWE wrestling is funny because it's like the old-fashioned wrestling, but they don't get the crowd involved. If you notice, the wrestlers aren't working the crowd at all.
Right.
Look at the wrestlers are not paying attention. In the old days, the people on the apron would have turned around and started going like this to try to get the crowd doing cheers and chants and just get energy.
Right.
And it's just dead because the wrestlers aren't caring about the crowd. They're caring about what they're doing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
You need those wrestlers to get the
they're
crowd
like,
involved.
We're really involved in our choreography, choreographed stuff of what
There's a
we're
tag.
supposed to do.
Here comes the head
And
of the table.
We can't spare our time or attention to the crowd.
Look at that. Roman just drops Dominic out to the ground. Drags Dominic out to the ground. Not drag. Whatever word I said. Drab.
Drabbed him out there. He'll drab that ass out there. So if it's like, I think if they saved Edge return to tonight, they didn't they don't have that much build to his match with Roman for Sunday.
Right, yeah,
Exactly.
and there would be none. You're correct.
Alita's like, Edge is on meds. He looked like it. Granty says Pat McAfee really said the legend Rey Mysterio and his son.
No, that was Michael Cole.
Michael Cole that said that.
Yeah, Michael Cole said that. The legend.
Rey Mysterio.
And his son.
And his son. Looks like the court case against Matt Riddle has been dropped. Yes, it has finally been dropped. Thank the good Lord. His alleged crap. That just bugs the crap out of me. It's like, that person has ruined multiple years of him and his family's lives.
It's all about what he said
lives.
bullshit.
It's like, Jesus, that's dumb. Anyway, CVP's like,
biscuit.
sheesh. Alita's like, hi, Luke. Luke's like, hi. Sophie's like, I'm surprised they are putting the Usos versus Mysterios in the kickoff match for Sunday instead of waiting till SummerSlam.
Right, and like somebody had said earlier, they're going to save the Fatal 4-Way for the end or whatever. But they should have started the show off with that. But had these guys come out and talk shit first, because you want Roman out there.
Right.
Wouldn't mind seeing this.
That's a lot harder. Dead people are a lot
Why is it more if I die? Because I have to carry you, and it's a lot harder.
Alright, here's a trivia question for you. Who won the first ever TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match in 2000? Again, who won the first ever TLC Tables, Ladders, and Chairs match in 2000? Robbie's like, D showing her guns again. Mandy Rose would be well jealous of. Doubtful. Desmond's like, yeah, people are texting. Walter's like, the fans can eat popcorn, buy a drink there, get t-shirts. Yes.
Absolutely.
Desmond's like, and booing. Alita's like, nice, 6 p.m. my time. Sophie's like, I don't see any mask in the crowd. Walter's like, Jay Uso or Kimmy has a little red or Jimmy has a little red color in his hair.
I seen that.
Alita says 6-man.
Looking like a rooster.
Robbie says Cole's such a douchebag.
Right.
Walter's like, Jimmy autocorrect. I got it, Walter. After I said it, I was like, oh, wait a minute. We have Ayla in the chat. Hey, Ayla.
Ayla.
And then Sophie's like, Roman did say to the WWE creative, put him on first or last when he wrestles.
If you ain't first, you're last.
That's right. Be first or last.
Ricky Bobby. Quote him.
There it is. Bobby. You ain't first or last. Whatever.
That doesn't even make sense. You can be second, third, fourth. Hell, you can even be fifth. His dad. I lived my whole life by that motto.
Dustin's like, people are like sleeping. It's so quiet. Feels like I'm in the library.
It's.
Mitzi in the
I
chat.
see where
Hey,
you're coming
Mitzi.
from. Hey, Mitzi.
Says she is in AEW, sadly.
Who is?
Christian.
Christian.
As Robbie says, Christian Cage. That's a lame name.
That he had to add Cage to it, and then be in there with Brian Cage, which
and
is
then
just
they
weird.
have Hangman Page and what's the other page? They've got all pages and cages. It's like
Lots of Page and Cage.
what the fuck, guys? You guys are like, I'm gonna pick. That's the one. I want the Page or Cage. Sophie's like, they are probably figuring out what opens and closes the pay-per-view this Sunday.
Yeah, Roman and Edge close it down. I don't have any doubt about it. I know that if Becky is to show up, though, it's going to change it.
Yeah.
And, I mean, it's a TLC, or not TLC, it's a ladder match. You would think they'd do that at the end, but in reality, they'll do it at the beginning, and so that way it's already over, so they can cash in later if needed.
We're back, and the Uso is beating up the son. Rey Mysterio's son.
Ray's son is getting beat up. I loved it, Michael Cole. I appreciate that.
The answer to the
Dominic.
trivia question was Edge and Christian.
You know what's funny
Edge
is I
and
was going to
Christian.
say it was either Edge and Christian or the Hardys.
Yeah.
Because they invented the ladder stuff.
Yeah. As Luke said, Edge and Christian won all 3 of the tag team TLC matches between the Hardy Boys, the Dudleys, and the ones with Edge and Christian. Sweet. Robbie's like Edge with the dyed hair. Yeah, he left his rascal in the back this time. Desmond's like, Ethan Page. Yeah, that's his name, Ethan
Old
Page.
Ethan.
Old Pages. Alita's like 14K fans. Only 14?
It's not bad. It's a basketball stadium.
I thought they had it at 20 or something.
Oh, wow. That'd be a lot. Big old TDT. 1, 2, and Jimmy saves the day. That is Jimmy, right? Yeah. Because that's Jay with the red in his hair.
You're like, I can't tell them apart now. I'm just kidding.
Well, I can't. One has long hair and one doesn't. But I have to see him. Because Jay has a little bit of long in the back. But now it's red, so it doesn't matter.
So it's like, I could see one of the Money in the Bank ladder matches opening the show. And I could somehow see the other Money in the Bank match to close the show.
Right. And it could if Edge wasn't wrestling Roman. I feel like that's too big of a match for them to put in the middle.
Oh, denied.
Look at that. Ray got caught and then broke in half.
He's like, oh, you want to be an old man in here? Let me help you with that old manness. Rey Mysterio.
He respects his elders. And then he gets speared.
Oh my God.
There's a spear.
Pat McAfee has the
belt buckle?
hugest belt buckle on. He's like, I'm in Texas, bitches. I'm going to wear me a big old belt buckle. He's probably got freaking...
boots on.
Big old boots on, too.
Maybe Big E will come out and sit on a couch with him and have to soak his feet, so I have to take that off. Look at that!
Could you imagine?
1, 2, and 3. The Usos.
He cheated, but he did it.
Roman and the Usos.
Which is funny, because they cheated all the time. The Mysterios, Rey Mysterio and his son, like, totally, like, cheat constantly.
There you go. Attack him. Beat the shit out of him. Throw him out of the ring. Oh!
Yeah. Oh,
and
the son is like, I'm tough. It's like, no, bitch, you ain't tough. You don't live on the street. You don't know what it's like.
Uso Penitentiary. Oos. Somebody coming down? Oh, no, it's Edge with the chair.
Oh.
Edge getting a clean house.
Like, why are people, like, cheering a little bit?
I thought somebody was coming down to the ring, but I was like, there would be nobody in the storyline, so it wouldn't make any
They're
sense.
like, oh, good.
There it is. Big Superman punch.
Yeah, make sure that your title guy champion actually looks good for a second. Look at them, they're all like, yay!
Of course they're gonna boo or cheer Roman.
There's cheering
I knew
and
they
booing
would
mixed together,
well,
so it's kind of funny.
I don't see actually booing in the crowd. I'm looking for.
I mean, there's probably some actual booing, but there's a lot.
Uh-oh, what's this?
Oh, is he gonna break the chair thing off and
Concerto!
Do it? Oh, that'd be awesome. Desmond's like, bro, people are booing. Robbie's like, you don't hate on Ray. I will hate on Ray and his son.
I don't hate on Ray. I will hate on Dom, though.
Ugh, his son. Like, that's like the best way to, like...
Look at this. He's going to do it back to Edge.
Oh, he bent it.
Oh, he bent it. He's trying to bend it back.
It's like, I gotta bend that back.
Just
Shit.
stick the arch side into his mouth.
It's fine.
Oh, he gets speared. Is it going to get used on him?
Probably.
He's like, shit, I got to bend this straight or it's going to be in my mouth all crooked. He's got red Nike underwear on. Roman does.
Well, good for him. He's like, I'm sponsored.
Uh-oh, here it comes.
Sophie's like, Jimmy Uso turned heel a lot quicker than Jay Uso did.
Right, Jay had a little bit of pride. Jimmy just followed.
Well, Jimmy is a bad boy. Gets arrested.
Here it goes! Ah, he's got it locked in again. Roman's stuck in it again. He's tapping like crazy.
Elena's like, sing it. So he's like, with Bobby losing this week and Roman winning this week, the championship matches are more predicts.
Look at this crowd. They're like almost non-existent. There's a few people cheering now, but unbelievable. Where's the energy from the crowd?
There's some people that are kind of happy about that, I guess. I don't see that, but whatever. Walter is trying to make bold predictions about Edge will win this Sunday. Yeah, let's give it to the geriatric.
Give it to the new guy, huh? The new old.
The new geriatric that comes out on his rascal. Sophie's like, why you hate Ray? Because he should retire, and there's
she doesn't like the older wrestlers, as you can tell.
There's no reason why it should be allowed that all these other wrestlers have to work their asses off And I include Charlotte Flair in that because she actually did have to work her ass off to be part of WWE, and maybe it was road paved after that because of who her dad was. But Ray's son didn't have to do any of that shit. Not one thing. All of a sudden, he was just
he wrestled in
fucking
NXT.
in there. He was just fucking in there. All of a sudden, he was just like part of it. Like, oh, you're gonna like it whether you like it or not. It's happening.
Look at that
It's in your
fatal
face.
4-way coming up later. Big E, Kevin Owens, the Monday Night Messiah that's on Friday nights now, and Shinsuke Nakamura.
Those people in the fatal 4-way match tonight will probably be the main event, as somebody else in our chat
You
said.
think they're going to close
Probably
it down with that?
I don't know. That's what they're predicting, or they said that's going to be the main event. Maybe a weird main event, but I guess it could happen. Okay, here's a trivia question for you. Whom did The Rock hit with a rock bottom on Raw 1000? Whom did The Rock hit with a rock bottom on Raw 1000? Robbie's like, D, I was being sarcastic. You can hate on Ray. Oh, good, thanks. I'm so happy to get your permission. Walter's like, Edge will win this Sunday. Sophie says maybe they are going to add a stipulation to Edge versus Roman this Sunday. Yeah, that Roman can't win and Edge has to win with his geriatricness.
Do you know what a stipulation is? No.
Here's your little rascal. You can go down there.
It's going to be a chair leg on a pole match. Just put it on a pole and it's exciting.
As Robbie says, please not Edge winning the title. Well, why not? Don't you want, like, the geriatric man to win?
It would just ruin all the momentum SmackDown has. I don't think they're going to do that, guys.
Desmond says, if that happens Sunday, which it won't, we will have a new champion. Desmond says, we could have stayed in the Thunderdome. Why? So that they could tell you what to do anyways? Just kidding.
Yeah, well, I feel like this crowd has no energy. I'm hoping that they pick it up.
Which is weird. It's in Texas. Sophie says, maybe these are the same people that were part of AEW a couple nights ago. No, those people seemed way more exciting.
Yeah,
Excited.
you know, and they went up over 1 million.
Good for them. That's fucking awesome. Good deal. Robbie says, with Edge in the ring, that's why the crowd have no reaction. Walter's like, Big E for the win on the 4-way match. Yeah, Sophie says, now with these fans, now people wish that we still have the Thunderdome.
No.
Robbie says, Ray's son needs to learn how to wrestle. Why? He can just be in there because his dad says so. That's how it works. As Robbie says, D, you're the Edge fan. Oh, you mean you are? I know you love him. You're like, I want to be him when I grow up. I want to look like I smoke myself.
Look at this bed. I need this bed. It stands up. You just lay up against it and it just lays you down. It turns 90 degrees. Like, see? It's like, okay, get up.
Do you need independence? You know what? We'll make it so that you don't ever have to move again. Here is your independence. Oh my god. So, anybody out there seen that movie, WALL-E? You've seen it, right?
Yeah, well, I've never seen the whole thing.
But you've
it's
seen
so
the
bad,
people,
but
the
yeah.
humans on the spaceship, right?
Uh-huh.
And how fat they are.
Oh, I didn't know that, yeah.
Oh, they're huge. They're huge. They're like so obese because they don't have to do anything. They have like these little things that just float them around everywhere, and they don't have to interact with other people. They have their devices in their faces all the time, and they can just go up to a kiosk and get soda and food and just whatever they want, right? So they're all like fat, right? They're all like huge, and they're in these little chairs that just float around everywhere and stuff. So they don't have to do anything. I saw the future the other day.
This bed?
There was 2 people that looked just like it. They were on Rascals. And I was like, oh my god, it's the future coming to life.
Oh,
right,
there
back.
she is.
So here is the answer to your trivia question. Daniel Bryan. If you guessed Daniel Bryan, you got it right. Sophie says, I guess Dee doesn't like all the old wrestlers. I guess she doesn't like all the old wrestlers in AEW. Let's see. Sophie says AEW almost got to Raw numbers in the ratings this week. And Robbie says, Bun Edge, he's a fraud. That's
You
why
know,
you love him so
the
much.
Wednesday nights matches, every one of them were pay-per-view quality.
They were really good.
Except for the last one.
Yeah, that one was good.
The Ethan Page and Darby Allin match.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of that one, but the other ones were great.
Mm-hmm.
What's this? There he is. See, they're starting it for SummerSlam, by the way.
You like his outfit?
Love that
You want to wear
outfit.
that for 4th of July? You want to go in that suit over to
I wonder if I can
our
get
party
that.
in the morning?
I just walk up looking just
You
like
need
that,
it
too.
to be kind of blue. Like a navy blue instead of the black background.
Uh-huh.
Megalo mind. That's hilarious. Sorry. Chris is in the chat. Priscilla says, "Hey guys, I'm at SmackDown. Did you see Mr. McMahon?" We did. He was on the TV. It was crazy. Sophie says, "I'm surprised that these fans don't have energy. I thought Texas fans would make big noise, right?"
I think they just weren't too impressed with the Edge situation. I think they were happy with Roman, but when Roman got beat up, they were like,
"Oh,
okay, so this is our champion?"
huh. True."
There it is. See? SummerSlam. That's your
And I did
SummerSlam
pull
match
the
right
trigger.
there. Who are you going to be cheering for in that one?
Neither.
Your two favorite guys?
I don't have to. I don't have to cheer.
Good luck. Ah, Sami Zayn.
So weird. Let's see. Chris says, "I'm on TV wearing a red shirt giving too sweet in the front row." Alright, if they show the front row and you give too sweet, we'll watch for you. Vindicator says, "Toasty Marshmallow has recovered from her excessive tan." Nice.
That's
Sami
true.
Zayn's is being excluded?
Yeah, purposely.
Oh, is he going to do his documentary stuff again?
I wonder if Jesus is in the crowd again.
I don't know, but he was there last...
We did have a
on
Jesus
Wednesday.
sighting on Wednesday, guys.
Who is
The end is near.
Oh my god, is he putting his name as the Great Liberator? Is that... So
I'm
is
looking.
a communist. Sammy, for shame on you. I'm completely disappointed. Well, that's not you, Chris. That was a lady. What kind of red shirt? Hers had Hulkamania on it.
She likes Huck Finn really bad. Like,
She's like, "I love me some
Hulkamania.
Huckleberries, bitches. It's Huckleberry season, Hucklemania." There's a guy with a broom and a mask. It's creepy.
Get your hands up. This conspiracy will not stand. Justin... Well, a lot of people are cheering. What are they talking about? Look at the whole crowd's cheering.
They're like, "We don't know you." There's not a lot of traction happening.
Uh-oh. Careful.
They have guns, just so you know, Liberator. Justice!
I agree. He would be in the ladder match. He should have been in the ladder
True.
match.
So this is they're planting the seeds for Edge versus Rollins for SummerSlam. Robbie says, "That's some mad suits. Seth looks like he should be an MC." Sophie says the SmackDown seemed like it is going to be a pay-per-view level show. Hasn't made it to that point yet. So let's see. Lolita says behind Sami Zayn.
Finn Balor!
Wow, Finn Balor's there.
Oh, yeah!
He's like, "I'm gonna come over to this main one for a little bit. You wanna hang out?"
Finn Balor showing up! We haven't seen him on the main roster since he went over to NXT a while back. Was that in 19?
Yeah, I think it was 19. Like, early 19, maybe even. Sammy's like, oh, bummer. Sophie's like, look who's back from NXT. Walter's like, I see you, Chris, front row. I don't see Chris. Give
Right
us
there.
a sign.
Right
Is that
there.
you? Is that you? Did you get to see? Did you get to see Finn Balor? Did he just walk by you?
Well, he's got his phone in his hand, and he was doing the too sweet thing. So. You're right on the row, whatever it's called.
On the row when they're walking down the ramp.
The
On
ramp.
the ramp
That's where.
row.
There he goes.
Robbie says, Travis, I think you just woke up my street when you just shouted.
Sorry, guys. It
Yeah.
was just, I was excited to see Finn Balor on the main roster again.
It's like, look, there's a dude on there that can do stuff. So it's like, hopefully the main roster doesn't mess up this time like they did the first time.
Oh, they will. He's going to be a mid guy. He's not, I mean, he could have a huge feud.
Sami Zayn right now.
He could have a huge feud against Roman. That would be a fantastic next feud for him.
Right?
But he's not going to be champion. He's not going to carry the company. He's not going to do any of that.
No.
But if you lower your expectations of him, he's going to do stellar.
True.
I mean, he's awesome.
He is a very good wrestler.
And he's a trainer. He trained Becky Lynch. Oh!
Oh, he thought he was going to get the upper hand.
Finn Balor jumps on him immediately. Are they going to wrestle?
I don't know, but I think he's going to beat him up.
Bam!
Oh, poor Sammy just getting all the...
Here comes coup de grace right out of the gate.
They're like, well, you had a feud with Kevin Owens. Now we're going to give you another feud with somebody else. Robbie says his beard ain't as long. That's probably a good thing. It's trimmed up a bit.
Finn Balor back? At least for a while.
Next Generation Games. If you start train and you shave, you can be stone cold.
I need to shave.
So
Bill Murray, Stone Cold,
Finn,
whatever.
Finn did beat Roman before, right?
Yes.
There's some popping.
Oh, yeah,
Is
Finn Balor.
stuff.
Definitely play along with these entrances. They love it. Look at Pat McAfee.
Oh my god, he has a bolo tie on too. Oh my god.
He's dressed to the nines.
He totally went all out to be as, what do you call that? Stereotypical about Texas as he possibly could.
Maybe he dresses like that. That's his,
I
just his
highly
setup.
doubt that.
Michael Cole's
You know
like,
what
I
he
feel
dresses like?
underdressed.
Exactly what he dressed like when he was on NXT. You know, basketball shorts and sneakers and stuff like that. There's no way.
Now, is Shotzi going to keep her tank? Because a lot of people said as long as she keeps her tank, we'll be happy.
Well, they better, because if not, they're going to be in trouble.
I
But
just
if she's
noticed
going-
how
if she's
thin the
going on
alley
the
is.
road, I mean-
And they got to carry that. They got to take that with them. Are they going to put it on their SUVs? Do you have a little trailer for a tank?
right?
Are they going to fly it places? And the next question is, are they going to have enough room on the little aisles, on their little ramp? It's a lot smaller.
Yeah.
We find out right now, though.
Yeah, you'll see if she's going to do it in person.
There
There
she
it is.
is.
Old Shotzi.
I really, really do want to see a title change, guys. Let's see it happen right now. I'm okay with giving the tag team championships to these girls. Haven't earned it, but whatever.
Sophie says, do you think with them going back on the road, it will make the WWE creative to rewrite storylines and feuds in front of live fans? No, not right now. They'll fill it out first, and then they'll do it.
They just shot somebody in the crowd.
Was it a t-shirt, though?
Maybe.
I'm guessing they put a t-shirt on there this time.
Just Knox, guys. Shotzi and Knox. Sounds like a sitcom.
Right.
Shotzi and Knox. So not a Blackheart and not a Tegan, but just a Shotzi Knox.
Why didn't they go with Blackheart and Tegan? Way more fun. Just kidding. Alright, here is a trivia question for you. Who won the first ever Divas Tag Team Tables match at TLC 2010? Who won the first ever Divas Tag Team Tables match at TLC 2010?
I can only think of one Diva tag team, so.
Let's see. Rafi says this fraud Pat ain't doing it like Graves.
No.
It says they was after Becky. Vindicator says McAfee is so excited he came out of jacket, but the night won't be complete unless he sits on Michael's neck.
Is it like Turner and Hooch Part 2 or something? And maybe it's a series, or is it just a remake?
It's a remake of some.
Turner and Hooch. Series on Disney.
What a bunch of fucking frauds. Jesus. Why didn't they get his real son to do it?
I don't know why they do things.
Yeah, why didn't they get his son to do it? Let's see. Next Generation Game says I haven't watched wrestling in like 10 years. I hear that it became a show for kids. Is that true?
Yes. It's a
very
little bit more.
PG-ish.
It's a little bit more
Cancel
geared
culture-ish.
to younger people.
All that fun stuff. Nothing harsh going on. If you want to watch stuff that's not quite kid friendly, you want to watch like AEW stuff.
You know, the other part that's pretty crazy about that is when they get a big star, which made themselves, it's from blood, guts, and gore, right? Like Becky. Now she's a huge star. It's because she got her face broken, right? Like,
Yeah.
so they seen how they made the star with violence, but they don't make any other ones.
I know it's really weird.
Like they have the lock, or they are the lock and they are the key, right? Like they can make their own future, but they just sit on their hands.
Yeah, it's really weird. But I mean, that's how they do it, right? They got to make it all perfect and not offensive for people. Vindicator's like, yay, Shotzi and Tegan. Walter's like, funny tank. Robbie's like, so they bend off Ember Moon with Shotzi, I guess. Next Generation says I watched the roster and most of them look way smaller and pathetic. Yeah, they have
There's a lot smaller
quite
guys.
a few smaller wrestlers, and that's not as fun, that's for sure.
Your champions are big guys right now, though. Most of your champions are still bigger. You got Sheamus, Apollo. Apollo's a little short, but he's still a bigger guy. And then you got your main champions. And Bobby Lashley's huge, and Roman's a big dude. So
right.
they're still holding in there.
Yeah, Sophie says they are calling Tegan Nox now by Nox. Yes, Robbie
Just
says
Nox.
this matchup again.
And just Shotzi.
Yes, again. And Walter's like Shotzi and Tegan for the win.
But this is a title match. Last week it was not a title match and they won.
Yeah.
This is a title match, so let's see if they can do it with the lights on and the pressure on.
Lolita says Wally, yeah, Next Generation Games. Grant T says, do you think the Bella twins will be here? I don't know.
I'm not sure. They weren't in fantastic shape last time I seen them. And so I don't know how hard they've been working. I'm sure Bree's been working crazy hard because that's what she does.
Right.
But I have not been watching any social media things. I haven't been watching Instagram, and I used to. And so I was kind of up on their fitness because they usually post a lot. Mm-hmm. I haven't been on there.
I haven't really seen any posts of them on Instagram. Sophie says Becky is rumored to return at Money in the Bank. Vindicator says they should rename them the Knox and Knox Attorneys at Law.
Oh, jeez.
Robbie says, please no more Becky. Sophie says, I wonder when Brock will finally return to the WWE. People thought he would want to come back when they are back in front of fans.
Yes, and I figure it'll be pretty soon, and maybe they can do something where he feuds with somebody that's not a champion for a while.
Yeah. And Sophie, you say that Becky's rumored to return at Money in the Bank. They did that with the last pay-per-view also. She tweeted this tweet that was supposed to be all like, I might be there kind of crap. And
there's what extra spot?
I don't believe it until I fucking see it. That's how I look at it anymore. I'm not going to believe that shit until I see it. When her fucking ass comes out there and they pop her music, then I might believe it.
Here they
come. She walks down to the ring. Your
women's tag team champions, Tamina and Natalia. Are you excited?
No.
What?
The answer to that trivia question was Natalia and Beth Phoenix. If you guessed that, then you got it right. Congratulations! Good job.
Natalia and the Glamazon, huh?
Yeah, that's it. Walter's
Ooh, look at
saying
this.
that Knox and Shotzi are going to get the win.
They put a couple tiny women up there with the guys.
So I wonder if their feet are even touching the ground.
I don't know. I don't
bet
feel like they
didn't,
are because they
I
look
bet
like
they
they're
had
as
to
tall
make
as the
chairs
guys.
really high up so they didn't look so weird. There's no way their feet are touching the ground. And if they are, it's just their tiptoes.
Zelina's shoes probably are. They're usually that tall.
She's not wearing those kind of shoes. She's in wrestling gear. She's not in street attire.
The women's Money in the Bank ladder match looks silly. Like there's nobody in there that I'm like, yes.
So the match, it was full. Tamina
Is.
was on there.
Oh, they put Tamina up there?
Yeah.
Well, there must not be an opening, guys. And if that's the case, we could have new champions tonight. Instead of having the tag team champions in there.
Because there was not an open spot that I saw. Usually they leave a dark thing no matter what, right?
Yeah.
If there's an open spot, but every single one of them had a lady.
Look at that. Natalia didn't even hit her. She should have hit her. Referee's back was turned. Might as well get dirty.
She should. Isn't that what
Shotzi Blackheart getting beat right now by Tamina and Natalia.
Did she learn anything from her days in the Hart Foundation?
The Hart Dungeon is what they call that.
Well, then
The
she
dungeon.
should know how to cheat and be a bad player.
Stu would show her.
Vindicator says Liv and Zelina would be a hilarious tag team. Yeah. It'd be great because Liv would never have to talk.
And let Zelina do all the mic work and Liv get all the glory.
Indar Paul is in the chat. Hi, Indar. How's it going?
Hey, Indar.
Alita says, you are so behind. Good.
Yeah, we are
That's
a little bit
what
behind.
happens. Everybody's is different. So if something happens, please try not to, give too many, whatchamacallits.
Yeah, this is...
Spoilers
It's
for
a little
it.
bit tougher on here.
Because it's online and stuff.
We have to do it on the
If
app.
people are on the East Coast, you guys get to see it at your time zone and shit on TV. But we have to watch it on an app in order to watch it. And so
Live.
it's a little bit behind.
And so,
for
yeah, we are a
live
little
showing.
bit behind. Right now, they're just stomping on her. And
Back to the main roster. That opens the door for Ember Moon. OBS is disconnected and reconnecting, so hopefully it does what it's supposed to do.
it'll be a little bit behind, but it should pop up. Back on.
Reconnection successful.
And we are back.
Yep, sorry about that, guys. OBS
And we
should
are going to be a little bit in a
disconnect and
delay now. So you thought we were behind before.
reconnect.
Now
No,
we're going to be
really,
way
really
behind.
That's
Because
amazing.
the OBS decided it wanted to take a shit.
It does that sometimes. It's weird.
Never understood
Indar
it.
says, what's going on SmackDown right now?
Right
is
now
the
we got-
women's tag titles, and it's Natalia and Tamina, the champions, against Shotzi and Nox.
Shotzi
or
and
as we
Nox.
knew them as Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox.
But we don't call them that anymore.
Robbie's like, Liv should win but won't as usual.
What? You think Liv should win Money in the Bank? You want to see Liv as the champion of the world? Come on. This is a cannonball.
Yeah,
A
it
shooting
looked like
spar.
She was doing very well at it.
She's trying. She only have one knee brace on, which is crazy. She should have two. With the bionic knees out there.
Right.
All right, Tamina, and they're cleaning house. They need to do something with these women. I can't listen. It's bugging me. Okay, that'll work. Let them fight each other.
Yeah, get him out there.
Look at them taken away from the women's match that's actually happening. WWE cares so little about the women's match that they're actually having a feud on the outside of the match that's actually going on. 1, 2, 3! We have new tag team champions! But he didn't say the titles, though. Was it not a title match?
I guess not.
I thought that was a title match this week.
Maybe it wasn't yet.
So it was not for tag team championships. I got ahead of myself. Sorry, everybody at home, for my yelling. So the tag team champions have lost twice. They're obviously not going to be defending their titles on Sunday because they're in the ladder or the ladder match.
Yeah, all the crowd seems very excited about this.
Look at this crowd. They are completely dead. The ones in the front row might actually stand up. The girl right there in the middle.
She's like, you're pathetic.
Yes, show us that whole crowd. We like that one.
Yeah, I want to see all the crowd, not just your little tiny
At least
bit of people.
At least 14 people were cheering. Look at this.
They're like, don't cheer anymore. Why is it so quiet? It's so quiet.
Let's see how this hits. I forgot that was coming up next.
What did they say to her?
They're just trying to hook up with her. I wonder if she has a sister. Oh. No, it's from a movie.
Oh. Anyways, here's a trivia question for you. Who was crowned the corporate champion at Survivor Series 1998? Robbie says, nah, no tag title change. Yes.
No.
Yeah. Elise
2
says,
times in a row, though. How can they not have a title shot?
I don't know. Ender says, what's that? Robbie says, Liv should win, but won't as usual. So he says, what's the difference between watching it on the app and watching it on regular TV?
Just the delay and the commercials are different.
Depending on what time zone you're in, if you are in Eastern or Central time zone,
it's on live.
Watch it at the time live when it's on. If you are in Western, like Mountain or Pacific time zone, in our time zone, in Mountain's time zone, we're behind an hour, so it wouldn't start until...
Yeah, ours doesn't even start till now.
Yeah.
It's starting right now.
It would already be half over
for
everybody else, and we would have just been started watching.
Right now, we'd be seeing Roman Reigns come out, basically.
Yeah.
And in California, it doesn't start for another 2 hours.
Another hour.
It starts at 9
it's
their
2
time.
hours behind.
Yeah, so 2 hours from now.
Right. So it's...
It starts at 9 their time.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I thought it was just an hour more behind than us.
It's 2 more behind us because of the news.
Oh, that's right.
So they put it way late.
So anyways, so in all reality, if you can watch it on the app instead, you're better off because you can actually watch it in live time. Like when it's actually happening. If not, you're screwed.
You ever notice that like Tom isn't in here on Fridays? It's because, and Danny doesn't watch it on Fridays because we just tell them what happened.
Right.
And so they don't like to watch it because they watch it on their cable providers.
Right.
And he watches it on his antenna. Tom.
Yeah, so he watches it for real stuff on the actual Fox station.
Mm-hmm.
Robbie says Interpol, just find a link on Google. Lieutenant Martha says, what the? Robbie says Travis Liv, she's the best out of a bad bunch, trust me. Sophie says this is also a non-title match. Robbie says F Becky to come back to be handed the title. I don't know if she'd really be handed the title. They'd have to build a storyline, right, in order for it to happen. And she'd have to work at it again. It's not like they'd just be like, oh, you were holding the title for me, thanks. And then, that's it.
Hopefully we get Toni Storm back tonight or next week. Not back, but there.
Right.
Because they have shown some previews of her last week. Mm-hmm. So getting excited about that. But it looks like the women's division's coming in SmackDown. Because right now it's trash.
Oh, yeah.
You got one champion and everybody else is trash. That can't compete. Carmella's not winning the title tonight.
No.
So basically, we get to see Carmella's entrance, which is fantastic. And then she goes out there and wrestles and does some stupid stuff, and then
has her boob fall out, and it's all good.
If that was the case, it'd be fantastic, but
right?
that's not going to happen.
Sophie says, I could see Naomi winning it. Grant T says, Bianca just rejected Bobby Roode and Dolph. Deepak is in the chat.
Deepak.
And today is Bobby's birthday. Nice.
Wow.
Vindicator says, back-to-back feminine action in the ring tonight. I like it even if everyone else doesn't. You're saying that only because it depends on the women. Because you won't be watching the Est out there in her main stuff because Carmella will be coming to hang out. And you don't like her.
She's coming right now.
So we know what'll happen there, right? Deepak says, today women very happy. Sophia says, why the crowd dead? I thought they would be excited because it has been a year and a half with nothing.
Maybe they're just not happy with WWE.
Deepak's like, Sophie, crowd is normal, not dead. Walter's like, on Sunday I'll be here for Money in the Bank, still here. Right? Robbie says, Interpol, just find a link on Google. Grant T says, Dolph told Bianca to tell Carmella I said hi. Bobby Roode said she does have a sister. She have a sister. Oh, Dolph told Bianca to tell Carmella I said hi.
Ah.
And then Bobby Roode said, does she have a sister? Ah, that makes more sense. Sophie says, I tried watching wrestling on one of these apps, but it doesn't seem to work.
Right.
Waleed is in the chat. He says, hey guys, fans are back. Yes, Waleed, they are. Robbie says, D, they will just hand her the title. It's set up for her.
Well, they got to get the title in somebody's hand that can carry the company. And right now, they just don't have that on either company, on either side. I think Bianca does an okay job. And I want to give her a chance. And right now, she's the champion over a bunch of nobodies.
Right.
So...
Oh, the answer to that trivia question was The Rock.
If
you guessed The Rock, you got it right. Congratulations.
It's like going into the special ed class and being the smartest one in there.
Ooh.
That's the women's division on SmackDown right now. But it's getting better. Especially if they can do something with Knox and Shotzi. Keep them on the main roster. I just don't think they have enough room for the women because they just don't use them enough.
Right. Flash says Mela is from my hometown. Vindicare says Liv is not trash, just like mishandled. But yeah, I have to take my usual break back in 25. Sophie says they are planting the seeds for The Rock's return with that tweet they showed from Dwayne Johnson. Robbie says it's down to the bad writing from the producers.
Let's say about every 3 fans is cheering here for her. Right around.
So how do you watch Raw if you watch SmackDown on the Fox app? We watch it on our satellite provider.
We actually watch Raw on USA. It's actually on live. Yeah, Fox screwed up when they did this by not just having it live. Like a football game or a baseball game.
Yeah.
Just put it on live. Don't treat it like a TV show. Treat it like a sport.
Mm-hmm. True that. They did kind of mess up on some of it.
Look at, she's trying to get the crowd involved. Which is good. It did bring in a few more people to cheer. That's what I'm getting at. Like, they have to try. That was good for her. I'm proud of her. I think she was like, nobody's cheering for me.
But she didn't cry about it, like Ronda Rousey did. She
got him. She told them what to do, and they listened. Look at that guy. He's in a flag and everything. He's like, that go good. That go good.
I love her. No, there's some people out there.
They're actually booing her. She is not getting cheered at all. Got some scattered cheers. There's some cheers right there.
Uh-huh.
Some people are just like, we're not cheering. Look at this whole side.
Yeah, there's quite a few of them that aren't doing anything.
They're like, no, I'm not cheering.
I don't like her. She's a stupid.
I feel like they don't like wrestling. Like, just cheer, have fun, you're there.
Why are you there?
Like, they're just standing there.
You spent all that money for a ticket, and it's like, just, if you like them or not, it doesn't matter. Just be like, yeah!
I would have cheered for both. I'd have been out there. That girl good. That girl good. I'd have been right there with her, Carmella. I'd have been sitting right next to the guy at the flag.
Something's like a year ago, there was some kind of talk about having the WWE women having their own show, like the women's version of 205 Live. Yeah, that would have fell on its face.
I would love to actually see that and have one belt, one mid-card belt, and a tag team, and then put them on the main shows also, but then let the women that don't get a lot of airtime actually wrestle on that, like 205. It could be an hour.
Yeah.
Wouldn't hurt anything.
I was like, the vendors should go around giving out Red Bull to the crowd.
Right.
They're probably not allowed.
They need wings.
Sophie's like, I heard the Fox app isn't that great, and I tried watching wrestling on my Amazon Fire TV, but I couldn't pause it or rewind it.
You can't. It doesn't have it. It's live, and it's just like any sport. They just play it through.
Yep.
I can't do anything on mine.
Yeah.
On my Roku either.
Yeah, we can't. So if something happens and we're like, oh, what happened? We're like, fuck it, I guess we're going to miss that.
Yeah, like when they put Tamina in this, when did they do that? They never announced Tamina being the 4th member.
Yeah.
Of the SmackDown team.
They never announced it that I saw, unless they announced it like in the Sly or something. Or they did it like with, oh, well, Natalia's in it, so we're just going to put her in there. Oh, that's really sweet. That person has a sign that says, the guy behind me can't see. That's what the fucking sign says.
That's fascinating.
Oh, gee whiz.
Carmelo looks like he just found a $100 bill on the floor. It's just fascinating. Oh!
Oh, ouch.
Bianca taking the shoulder right to her.
Hopefully Sunday and Monday have better crowds than tonight's show.
I think they will.
It's a pay-per-view and Raw, I guess.
You know, some people just might not like these storylines like this. Look at this crowd.
This is the crowd.
Maybe they should do it in Europe.
This is the crowd whenever there is women. I mean, very rarely have I...
So those jeers came from the pipe in because nobody in the crowd is even caring about this. Look at the crowd. Watch the actual crowd. Nothing.
Yeah, I didn't see him really. I mean, I guess I could have been like, oh, but not like a lot.
Oh.
She has to get her back inside. Or he's like, Dee, you should go next time and show the other fans how to cheer. That's not...
You know, I don't know if you've ever been at one of these events or any live event, but when you cheer like crazy, the people around you actually will too, and they'll actually be cheering you. It actually gets pretty funny. I went to a Martina McBride concert once, and I stood on my chair and I screamed the whole time and cheered, and the crowd was literally cheering for me. I was like 17 years old, no shit. It was actually pretty funny. Afterwards, they're like, her fan club members can go in the back, and you can come in the back. I was like, yes, I got to go in the back and meet Martina McBride. If you guys even know who that is.
Right.
She was Independence Day. She sings that Independence Day song. It's Independence Day. And she's saying, my baby loves me just the way that I am.
Right. Vindicator says, just popping in real quick to say Travis sounds like the very same crowd-controlling Thunderdome producers he hated so much. Okay, that is all. That is all. Go on again.
Now
back in another 20.
Yeah, he's got to go out.
Sophie says they announced to me
I'm not
on
telling
Twitter,
them what to do.
like they did with Natty.
I'm telling them what they are doing. That guy's hilarious.
That's funny. Here's a trivia question for you. Who was Shawn Michaels' first manager in WWE? Who was Shawn Michaels' first manager in WWE?
Huh. I think I'd know this one, but I don't know if he would be considered a manager.
Desmond says, bro, this show is going by quick. Well,
Yeah, love it.
How it should be, and especially if there's people, it makes it a lot different when you're there too.
Shit, we were gonna do a prediction show after this show, and I was like, we better not, because I don't know if people are gonna be watching that late.
Right. So he says, too bad Bailey is injured. I wonder what the crowd will be like towards her.
We'll find out in 9 months. Wonder if she's pregnant. No, I'm just teasing.
They showed her in a hospital bed for her surgery.
No.
Robbie says, to be honest, I could care less about this dead match Beller as a B-Tech Sasha Banks. And Desmond's like, Travis versus Vince McMahon.
That old man would probably kick my butt. Plus, I wouldn't hit him.
Yeah.
I'd want his autograph.
Right?
I just want to talk to him, but without any recording devices and with a gag order. So I never repeat anything that he says.
Right.
Like, because I want to talk to. I want to kind of get it, and see how he feels about things, and be like, look, if I ever say anything of our meeting, you can sue me or whatever.
Right. I don't have anything, but it's cool. Wally says, we all know who's winning this match. Yeah. Desmond says, I am fixed to fall asleep. But you're at the show. You can't do that. So if he says, I don't like that, you have to wait a month to watch new episodes of Raw and SmackDown on the WWE Network.
Yeah, they have to do that, though, because the networks wouldn't pay the billions of dollars if the network was going to show it.
Mm-hmm. Desmond says, Travis versus Roman.
The old Superman punch. I don't even know if I could sell it because it's so weird.
Right? It's like,
He cocks his hand. Like, nobody likes that.
Like, why are you jacking off your hand? That's just not right, man. Not right. All right, the answer to that trivia question was Sensational Sherry. If you guessed Sensational Sherry, you got it right.
Sherry Martel was the answer of that.
It says, if you had one day to do whatever you want in the WWE, what would you do? What he just said.
I definitely want to just hang out with Vince all day. Like, through a whole production meeting, I would want to hang out with him through the whole wrestling stuff. The dude's a genius. I want to know what exactly goes through his head.
Freak. She's a freak now.
Either that or just completely inappropriate stuff.
Freak.
All right, Bianca going up top.
She's like, should I? I can't. No, I don't know if I should. I'm thinking about it.
Carmella.
It took too long. Oh, jeez. So he says, who knows what type of pressure both Fox and the USA Network are giving the WWE to get better ratings for both shows.
I think that Fox gets hella ratings, don't they? Don't they get over 2.5 million? I thought their ratings were fine.
That's pretty good ratings for this kind of a thing on a Friday night. Come on, guys.
Right. It's a shitty day to do it.
Friday
it really
nights
is.
are just hard. I mean,
it's like, guys, hey, let's go out. I gotta watch SmackDown.
I remember that Friday
that?
nights in TV time was like the prime night to have a show. Like from before the news, like from the 7 to 9 sections, the half-an-hour shows.
1, 2, and...
Right? Because then after that, people go out, right? They're like, oh, I'm going to have dinner, and then you watch TV, and then you go out.
Right. Yeah, but you got to remember on the East Coast that what time it is.
Well, it's, you know.
I'm just saying, when this is over, it's 10.
Right.
Like, who goes to the bar at 10? I mean, cool people do.
Maybe they do, I guess.
I mean, I did, but I'm just saying that, like, a lot of people are already there. When I go to the bar at 10, it was full.
Oh, yeah, the answer... Oh, I already said the answer. Sorry, to the trivia question.
Sherry Martel.
Sophie says, I was too young to answer, and I wasn't into the WWE by then like I am now. As
Sherry
Robbie
Martel,
says,
Scary Sherry.
Is boss-eyed now, but I think you meant cross-eyed,
yes.
And I totally agree with that statement. Sophie says the draft got moved to late September, early October instead of early August.
Okay, just right when the brand split thing stuff happened. That's what it was last time, the last 2 times. So that's okay.
Yeah, well, they couldn't have it in August.
Why?
Oh, I guess it's late August, so it'd be fine. No, early
Bianca
August.
gonna go out?
Early August is, whatchamacallit, though?
SummerSlam.
No. Well, no, I guess
The Olympics?
are over.
They'll be over by the 14th.
Of August?
Mm-hmm.
That's early August.
It was set for late August, though. It was the end of August is when it was.
Oh, I see. Okay.
After SummerSlam.
Robbie's like, just DVR the show and watch it back in 30 minutes.
Look at the power of
Well,
Bianca.
if that was the case, then we wouldn't be watching it live with you guys. As Robbie says, no long 2-hour show when you DVR it. That's very true. Sophie says, you remember SmackDown was on Thursday nights a couple of times during its
2 and
Tuesday nights
no.
most of the time?
Carmella just gets kicked out, or
Yes,
just
it
kicks
was.
out, whatever it's called. Yeah, I remember it being on
Tuesdays?
Tuesdays for sure.
I remember that a little bit. Sophie says, are you guys going to watch AEW's new show, which debuts in August, a week before SummerSlam?
Right, the 13th, I think it is.
Mm-hmm. August 13th.
Are we? I don't know.
I don't know.
I kind of want to see what it's about, but I don't know if we're going to be live streaming it because it's just an hour, and I don't know if it's anything.
Rampage.
Yeah, I just don't.
It's supposed to be action packed. She tried so hard. Lolita's like Jim Cornette. Lolita says, "Love Bianca." Don't pull her hair. That's part of her outfit. She can totally pull her hair. So it says, without commercials, both SmackDown and Raw are less than they are on TV. Well, of course.
They got to pay their bills.
They gotta have their...
Oh! Now that should be a disqualification, right?
Yeah, because she's
using a weapon, a foreign object.
A foreign object, even though it's part of her attire.
That's it, guys. Yeah. Bianca with the dub. They're like, whatever you do, don't show the full crowd, please.
There's people out here not doing anything. It's ridiculous.
Just show the groups that are cheering. The cameramen are like, there's one, go.
All right, now pan away, quick.
Look,
Stop
they pan out and they don't show the crowd, they show her. They're like, just get a big, long view away from it.
They're like, let's not
They better do something immediately about this.
About the camera work?
Just about the stories so the crowds will cheer for these people.
Or boo them?
Yeah, let them just show the crowd. If it doesn't work, people don't like Bianca, just move on to the next wrestler. Don't try to make it work. Mm-hmm. Just keep it moving until it does.
Right.
Look at this. I mean, you barely are even getting this.
Yeah.
From some people. I mean, there's a few people cheering. Look at Otis. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't do that anymore.
I do.
I know, but he doesn't. His picture on their shirts, he still has a beard.
They need to shave his shirt beard.
I know, right? Oh, God. This is just terrifying. Desmond says, I heard NXT will be on Sci-Fi because of the Olympics, but I don't think that's true. I've heard it, too.
It definitely could be.
Ravi says, D loves it action-packed. Who wouldn't? Ravi says, WWE is still pumping in fake crowd noise.
Oh, absolutely.
They have to. So he says Sci-Fi is the former home of both NXT and the revived.
What is Cesaro doing?
ECW. Bull? Is that what he said?
Yeah, bullshit. Bull.
Oh.
You just made the list. Otis Cesaro, that should be interesting. Okay. How's he going to do the swing? Cesaro's strong. Mm-hmm. I think he could pull it off.
Maybe. I guess.
Is that coming up next? We need to see that. I want to see that match. I'm like a little kid now. Just got giddy.
Alita's like, I know, right? So he's like, everybody thought since the fans are back that they won't pipe in any noises.
No, nobody thought that.
Who would think that?
No.
It's just silliness. Rob is like, has Otis lost a little bit of Terry? He has been for a while, but he kind of got stuck there for a minute, so I don't know. So he's like, I'm guessing we are getting Otis versus Cesaro feud. And Alita says,
okay with that.
I would say it.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
With this feud?
Oh,
Are you not?
Yeah, it's totally fine. It's fantastic. All right, here's a trivia question for you. Who was featured on the cover of the very first World Wrestling Entertainment magazine?
Was it called that, or was it called the WWF magazine? That would be the real question.
I don't know. I don't have any idea. That I can't answer because I don't have that answer to that question.
Lisa Loeb.
Walter said he was going to stick around, but I haven't seen him for a minute. Walter, are you doing okay out there? You staying awake, buddy?
You got a crack in your windshield.
I know it's past your normal time, but Aria says never piss off Otis, Antonio. Oh. Antonio. Are you crying? Aww.
Old Lisa Loeb.
Lisa the Loeb.
I wonder if we're going to get that match.
Lisa Loeb?
Yes, Lisa Loeb against, I don't know, Nikki Bella maybe.
Sweet.
We'd all tune in to watch that. Be like celebrity boxing.
Adagio's like, I agree, Ari. Yeah, I never piss Otis off, huh? Which is really weird because he used to be this fun-loving guy that just liked his ham. It's weird. So he's like, Apollo versus Cesaro will be a fresh feud.
I wonder how many people would actually pay for a pay-per-view if it was AEW versus WWE. I know this fantasy stuff never makes any sense, but Think about it, like AJ Styles, Kenny Omega, right? No
Right.
no belts on the line, just pride.
Just a match. Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they could get like 1 million buys on pay-per-view with that. I think they could.
Yeah.
If they did it right.
Yeah, I think they could too.
You could do the Sting Undertaker. You could do who would they have to fight Roman? Nobody. Like Brock, Brian Cage, maybe.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. That'd be interesting.
There's Tony Storm.
Is she?
She's powerful and tough and strong.
Nice.
It sounds like all those are the same.
She's like, I went down and used my thesaurus because it seemed like a good thing.
Yes!
Rawr! Storm is coming next week. The answer to that trivia
Storm
question was
next
Jimmy
week.
Snuka. If you guessed Jimmy Snuka, you got it right.
Superfly.
As Ravi says, Otis is a serious wrestler. Haha, right? Sophie's like, let's see how they are going to pull the Alexa Magic Act.
I don't think they're going to do anything magic. The only magic you'll see is the lights go off.
Is he staring at somebody?
Yeah, he's staring at their phone.
Oh. He's creepy.
He's like trying to be tough. You're like 5'8".
I just want him to giggle or laugh or something because it's just weird at this point.
He's like, I pick on bullies because they make fun of my fat problem. I feel bad because I can't make fun of fat people like I used to because I used to be one.
Oh,
and now I'm not as fat.
Right.
But I'm still a little fat, but I'm not as fat as I
Sophie's
used
like,
to be.
Tony Storm is coming next Friday. That was
She
quick.
is.
I thought they would save her for a little bit.
They need help
Got
ASAP.
People, they need peeps. Alita says, I think it's more of trying to get back into it.
Oh, yeah.
They're like, we're going to stand right here. And they're like, dude, you guys got to get out of the way. We're bringing Cesaro out.
Can you move it along?
Rob is like, Tony Storm is going to end up a jobber like Dana Brooke. I don't think so.
Old Dana.
And there's this old Travis and his trusty toothpick. But anyway, I'm back. Is it time for the Steak Eater versus Mr. Swiss Cheese, WWE's Hunger
There it
Games?
is.
It is. How'd you guess?
Steak and cheese.
Steak and cheese.
Well, Cesaro's a little hurt.
Yeah, they punched him.
He got beat up in the back.
In the gut. Not very nice. They're like, yay!
I want to see the swing.
Chris, are you wearing a blue hat? Is the shirt you're wearing a baseball shirt? Because it looks like a baseball shirt. A baseball jersey shirt. Services about Cesaro versus MJF.
Oh, yeah? You'd like to see that one?
MJF would be about the same height as Otis. It'd be kind of weird. Sophie says Roman versus Wardlow.
Yeah, that could work. I don't know if it would sell the mill tickets that they'd want to do, but with those other matches, I think it would work.
Rob was like, dude, they love Becky
Oh,
and
God!
Charlotte too much to care about other women. I don't know about that.
Who they care about?
They love Becky and Charlotte too much to care about other women.
You know, that group of women that came up, Sasha and Bailey and Charlotte and... Who am I missing? Becky?
Mm-hmm.
Are once-in-a-generational talents, though, right?
It's kind of like the Divas when they were there. Like, that started all this.
Uh-huh. Well, I'm just saying that's your Stone Cold Steve Austins. That's your Rock, your Hulk Hogan types, Ric Flair types.
Yeah.
They don't come around every time the sun comes out.
True.
They'll come around every day, I guess you would say.
Sophie says, will Toni Storm be a face or a heel when she gets called up?
Well, that was quick. Cesaro won that.
Well, yeah, by disqualification because Chad Gable got involved. He didn't even get a chance to swing
Uh-oh.
around.
Big pop-up European uppercut.
Yeah, get him. Spin-a-Rooney?
Hey, he just said the same thing I said.
Whatever the people. Spin him, spin him, spin
That
him,
is how you get the crowd involved, guys.
That?
Look at the crowd now.
Swing his ass!
They woke up.
That's why I don't understand why they do not
do it right. Oh, shit.
Oh, why they do not push Cesaro. Because he's such a good character. So he's like, that. Lieutenant Martha's like, boo. And Robbie says, AJ versus Darby Allin would be better. Ugh. Janelle Jackson's in the chat.
What? AJ Darby?
Ugh, yeah. Don't do that to AJ.
Like
that's just
Daniel
terrible.
Bryant Darby or something.
Yeah, maybe that one. Janelle Jackson says, I'm ready to SmackDown tonight. It feels so good just to get out the house and then I get back to a normal life.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So he says, have you noticed that whoever feuds with Roman ends up back where they were before they feuded with Roman?
Yep.
So I guess
not at the head
has
of the
a
table.
Broken lip.
It's either a lip or a nose. I couldn't tell what it is. Where he's bleeding.
Oh, maybe it's his nose.
He almost looks like he doesn't have a face.
It's kind of weird, isn't it?
Kind of like a burn victim, and then they put a face on him.
They're like, make a round circle and now put a face on it. Dot, 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 smile face. Let me see your notebook for a second.
The rated R superstar. So are they really going to close this down with that fatal 4-way? That's so strange.
That's what Otis looks like.
Yes, basically. Oh, yee. Especially now without hair or a beard.
So it's like, I'm guessing we're going to see Cesaro in another makeshift tag team. Hope, maybe. I don't think so. Robbie says, nah, AJ versus Darby would be lit. And, AJ is in the chat like, who said my name?
Who said it?
I just don't think it would be lit. I really don't see that as lit. I mean, Darby's just too small. And AJ's actually way bigger.
Ooh, Adam Cole maybe? And Darby would be good.
Yeah.
Or O'Reilly. You could do some of those NXT guys.
The small
Johnny Gargano.
Ones. Oh, yeah. Tantrum boy. Do Tantrum Baby Boy. That's the one.
She's got aggressive knocks.
She's like, dude, here's a mint. So it's like Darby versus Jeff Hardy would make more sense than AJ versus Darby.
I didn't hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was listening to that. Edge, who sinned earlier tonight.
Why does he have to repeat his name so much? It's just weird.
Because she said Edge.
And here's like, Heyman is such a creepazoid, especially around the toasty one.
Look at her face.
And she's like, why am I here?
She's like, it's Friday night, I got shit to do.
She's like, I don't want to be here.
Oh!
Vicky. Oh, gee.
He should have talked like this his whole career, by the way. When he first started doing this, years like 7-8 years ago, I was like, he's got it, but he didn't do it until now. He wants Roman.
Robbie's like, nah, man, Sting would defo come out in that match. Icon is in the chat. Hey, Icon says, is it me or does it sound like it's piped in audio in the arena?
It's absolutely piped in.
There's quite a bit of it that's piped in. Sophie says the New Day versus the Young Bucks. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
That would be a good one. I could see that. I could see that.
The New Day would be fantastic. The Usos would be fantastic. And then you've also got the Street Profits.
Yeah. Robbie says Big E, his jokes have run dry like the Sahara Desert.
Hey!
Oh, look.
There's the former
Baron
king.
Corbin. Oh, how nice. Oh, he has a mustard stain on his shirt. Looks like Travis.
Just a handsome guy right there. I mean, that's me right now. My beard, the whole thing. I look like this fucking dude.
I don't know, though. His mustache looks like some... Okay, he looks like some...
Looks like an arrow.
He looks like a villain in some evil plot with the way his mustache is.
And it's
because
perfect.
It's like very straight. It's so weird. That's funny. And Luke's like, so what did I miss?
Not a lot.
What just happened?
Otis and Cesaro.
Oh, yeah. Cesaro won by disqualification. And then he spun Chad Gable because they wanted it.
Right, the crowd went crazy for that one. Before that was Bianca and Carmella.
Is that Tom Brady
selling
it was. Subway? There's no fucking way that he would ever eat Subway. No way in hell would Tom Brady ever eat Subway. Ever.
We get it. And no, he wouldn't.
Ever. Anyways, what happened before that?
Shotzi Blackheart and Tegan Nox.
Oh, yeah, and that was against Natalya and Tamina.
And they won again. And Liv Morgan and Zelina Vega
were out there fighting and made them lose, Natalya and Tamina.
Distraction, I guess.
But they're in the Money in the Bank, both of them, somehow.
Yeah, Tamina and Natalya are both in Money in the Bank now. So that's your final four. SmackDown so you got Zelina Vega, Liv Morgan, Tamina, and Natalya on the SmackDown side.
Yeah, and then Liv and Zelina were fighting each other and screaming in their weird, witchy, high-pitched voices and smacking each other. It was just weird. I'm sure it was your wet dream there, Luke, but it was weird to me. Anyways, and then now Corbin came out and he looks sad. Very sad.
And then we went to commercial.
I don't know. Were you here before that? What happened before that one?
Sami Zayn came out.
Oh, yeah. Sami Zayn came out.
And then Finn Balor showed up.
And Finn Balor showed up.
And beat him.
That was the big
And
pop
Finn Balor killed him, beat him up.
Yeah. Finn Balor made quick work of the dictator. He did.
Fidel.
Sophie says, I wonder when Baron Corbin will get his new name, Happy Corbin, that the WWE trademarked for him not that long ago. That's going to take a while. They got to make his story good, right? Vindicator says, Corbin looks like he's getting fired or about to lose $50,000 in divorce settlement. Yep. Robbie says, Burger King. Sophie says, this is the first time since Mania that they are performing in front of fans, so they are getting used to interacting with them. Walter's, okay, bye guys. See you this weekend.
See you, Walter.
Walter, see you this weekend. Sophie says, Private Party versus Street Profits. Yeah. But I think that Street Profits would definitely win that. Robbie's like, I bet he does eat Subway. Right. Robbie, actually, he doesn't.
Yeah, Tom Brady...
You have to look at what Tom Brady eats. He does not eat anything that causes inflammation, and everything on a Subway sandwich, except for the vegetables.
Everything he eats is anti-inflammatory. So, literally, his whole entire food source is stuff that keeps inflammation out of his body. He is super clean. It's called the TB12 diet. Yeah. Look up TB12.
Yeah. So he eats so freaking straight, clean. Clean.
He has a private chef that just is with him all the time.
Subway is not clean. By the way, any meat from Subway, most of it, except for maybe the actual turkey,
we have no idea if this is true. This
reprocessed turkey. Their ham isn't really ham. I mean, there are others their steak sandwiches and things like that are. But if it's cold cut sandwiches, they're just reprocessed turkey. They're not really real, the real meat.
They didn't kill a turkey
here
in the back.
States, anyways. I don't know what it is in other countries, but here in the States, that's what it is. Vindicator's get it right, delete the, it's no chance in hell, a message from McBossman to me to you. Oh, yeah. Sophie says Young Bucks versus the New Day versus the Dudley Boys versus the Usos versus the Hardy Boys. Throwing them all in there.
Just get it all in there.
That would be awesome. Sophie says Subway is worse than Taco Bell. Yeah, it's a close second. Luke says, I was thinking Liv was going to win Money in the Bank match. No. Says, but with how likely it is Becky will get in the Money in the Bank match, not happening now.
I don't see how she would get in.
Unless somebody gets dead or dies in the next 24 hours, she is not going to be there.
Yeah, because you got Tamina, Natalya, Zelina, Liv, Cross Ash, or whatever name.
So unless they just add her.
Bliss, Naomi, and Asuka. So I don't know where she would fit in.
Yeah, she's not going to fit in there. That's just not going to happen.
I mean, Tamina doesn't need to be in there.
And they can tweet their fucking shit all they want. She did this the last fucking pay-per-view, and you didn't see her. So I don't believe a goddamn fucking thing that.
But somebody could get her on the way down to the ring.
True.
Right, we've seen that, and that's how she won the Royal Rumble a few years ago.
Stand-in. I totally understand that. That's a possibility. But then he says, I think now Liv will just get stupidly buried again. And if not, at least she has a good feud going on with the Selena. Sophie says, why do I have a feeling that Sasha and Becky will find their way in the women's Money in the Bank ladder match this Sunday?
Right.
I don't know.
The thing I have a hard time with is if Liv won, that means that she would be the next champion, and I just can't see her being the I don't see her carrying a company.
Right.
I don't see her on talk shows. I don't see her doing that circuit. I can't see it. Like, I'm trying to see it. I'd like to see it. I can't see her sitting there with the late night talk show hosts.
True. Oh, they're foreclosing on his house now.
What?
Luke says WWE could pull another Brock Lesnar and just put her in. And that's what I said, right? They could just add her no matter what, but I just don't see that. I mean, I guess, like Travis just said, that they could possibly, like, replace somebody with her, you know, like have some accident happen or something would make a lot of sense, but, I mean, who would you accident?
I mean, you could have Tony Storm attack somebody.
Like, they're all so blah. I mean, every girl that's in the Money in the Bank match is like...
There's no storylines, right? Like, it's
I mean, you kind of just have to kind of go, well, maybe this one will win. That might... It's like having Otis win the fucking Money in the Bank with the women's Money in the Bank this year. It's like, oh, what are they going to do with this crap?
Right when that happened, I was like, he's never going to be champion.
Sophie's like, who cares about Tom Brady? People do. Luna says those chants are back. Yeah.
Yes, the whats are back.
Luna's like, what? And Ravi's like, why is Tom advertising Subway? Then you will never see the footballers Paul Pogba advertising alcohol or Ronaldo advertising Coca-Cola.
Oh, look, we can go donate to the Corbin Fund.
It's called the Corbin Fund Me, so you know it's not real.
He wants $100,000 to pay a couple bills. It's not too bad, I guess.
He's finding his ongoing support from the prayers, he's finding his strength in the ongoing support and prayers from the WWE universe. I don't know who's doing that, but it seems really weird. Vindicator's like, sometimes spaghetti out of a can is not so bad, as long as you can season it with herbs and spices or shredded cheese. Are you talking
SpaghettiOs?
Like SpaghettiOs or like Chef Boyardee spaghetti or whatever it's called? Franco-American? I miss it when it was called that. It's not called that anymore.
He's dropping to his knees. He's begging.
Sophie says sometimes it's hard to tell if it's piped in noise or the real fans making noises.
Just use your eyes.
You have to look at the crowd. Pay attention to the crowd and you'll kind of tell. Please.
Kevin Owens!
This person. They're like, oh, dude, come on. Get over yourself. We got a match to go on. This is the main event, so the 4-way is the main event. Luke says if Liv won Money in the Bank, she would do her championship promo stuff on social media. Some champions have been doing that during Unicorn Sprinkles era, talking in online interviews in more casual settings as opposed to more formal settings. Yeah, but with things opening up and things going forward and stuff like that, they're not always going to do those kind of things. And they can't always kowtow to the fact that she has anxiety in front of people or whatever her problem is.
I don't think she has anxiety. I just don't think she's capable of doing it.
Well, I don't know if she has anxiety. I'm just saying, like, if she has anxiety or something. Like, whatever her issue is or whatnot. They can't always kowtow to that kind of stuff. You either got it or you don't. Fluttergoth is in the chat. It's like, Corbin Fund Me, LOL. Vindicator's like, Travis, donate $10 to the Corbin Fund.
I'll do it. I have no problem.
Travis like, Corbin looks like he's cashed whole check-in. Cashed his whole check-in. So he's like, oh, great. It looks like they are setting up a Owens versus Corbin feud. Alita's like, GoFundMe.Corbin. Vindicator says, I stopped caring about fan reactions 2 hours ago.
Right.
You're like, I stopped caring before it even happened. Way to go, Vindicator.
Okay, what's it called? GoFundMe.
GoFundMe.Corbin is what Alita said, but it's called the Corbin Fund Me, and I don't know if that's real or not. I know you have money.
Nothing is happening.
You don't spend money on your wardrobe. That's so nice of him. Oh.
Yeah, I would need to know the name of it.
It was just called Corbin Fund Me was what it was called on his little thing they put up there.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist.
So I'm not sure if it's real or not.
Hmm. Old Big E, here he comes!
Old Big E. And you know that Kevin Owens just wanted to get Corbin out of there, so that's why he did it.
Right.
Sophie's like, I can't believe this show is almost over. It just started. Robbie's like, I hope KO kicks Big E's ass. We all hope that.
Yeah, but that's not happening. I mean, like, it's not a one-on-one match, is what I'm getting at. Seth Rollins is the superior guy in this ring, right? I'm not just making that up. I feel like he's, like, head and shoulders above everybody else.
Yeah. So, this, some place called, Wrestle Zone, or whatever, did an article that said 3 days ago that says Baron Corbin says desperate times call for desperate measures and joins Cameo.
So you could do the cameos?
He doesn't even want to be on Cameo, but he's down on his luck and could use some cash. Baron Corbin joined Cameo as part of WWE's new partnership with the site. But the former King of the Ring looks less than thrilled about the idea, noting that desperate times call desperate measures. Corbin's introductory video sees him talking about everything he's lost since Shinsuke Nakamura took his crown on WWE SmackDown. Everybody seems to be celebrating around here, celebrating Money in the Bank. And one of the things they're doing with Money in the Bank is they're offering cameo appearances. Myself, I have to do 10 of them. I don't want to do these cameo appearances, but let's be real. I need the money. At this point, I need the money because I've lost everything I have. I have no investments. I lost my wife's car, my crown. Corbin said, everything just seems to be going south. So I guess buy a cameo, help me out. Throw a few dollars in my pocket. Let's break the cycle and let's get me moving again, eating again, hanging out with people again, he stated. And you funding this through Cameo, it could really change things for me. Corbin has had bad luck on WWE TV since losing the Battle of the Crown to Nakamura last month, as he's been part of a string of storyline incidents, including having his car repossessed during a match.
Now it's going to be his house. His kid has to eat soup.
Oh, man.
Whatever it's called, soup spaghetti.
Soup spaghetti? You know that soup spaghetti? Old soup spaghetti. Bobby's like, that Desmond says, are y'all going to donate to Corbin? I don't know.
It's not real.
Like, I just sent $300. Sophie's like, they're going back to Florida on their tour. Same as AEW, they were going back to where they were home for a year and a half. Well, they have to because those states are open. Alita says, no. Robbie's like, Big E has not really improved since he went. So, low. Sophie says, with them setting up Goldberg versus Bobby, does that still give Big E some type of chance to win this Sunday? Or does it open the door for someone else to win?
I think Big E could easily win this. They could do something fantastic with this, with him. If they do it right. To me, Seth is the only one in the match that looks like he should win, but that doesn't always work.
So, he has 9 cameos left. You can do a one-on-one video call with him for $350.
It's not too bad. You can't use it, though, so
Yeah.
it does nothing. It's trash. It's just you and him. You don't even get to keep the freaking recording.
Yeah.
Like for yourself to show your grandkids or anything. It's
If
literally...
you want to get more content, though, you can join Baron Corbin's fan club.
Fuck. I've never joined a fan club of anybody.
He has 36 in his fan club.
Oh.
He respawns in 5 days. He has 9 cameos left.
Now, Ricochet, John Morrison, Riddle could win it. Big E could win it. Randy Orton, Kevin Owens, Nakamura, and Seth Rollins could win it. So I feel like there's the 3 that could win it. Riddle, Big E, or Seth. Should be a fantastic prediction show Sunday at 1 p.m. Eastern. I think is the right time.
That's just weird. That's funny. Sorry.
This match is going to be less than 15 freaking minutes.
Of course it is. Why would they make it longer?
Oh, yeah!
They gotta have all their entrances because they're cool.
It's the battle of the entrance. What does he have on?
The same thing he always wears.
He wears suspenders?
Yes, he does.
Jean
Every time.
ones?
Yes. Sometimes they're white.
You know who he reminds me of?
Who?
The guy that's in all the Adam Sandler movies with him.
Oh, yeah.
The one that... They're like the devil worshippers in
Yeah,
the what.
yeah, the weird one.
The one that acts like this.
Yeah. Let's get this party, baby. Vindicator says, this 4-way is an odd choice for a main event. There better be a surprise return to be worth sitting through it.
That's what I'm saying. This can't be the main event.
Finn Balor was a surprise. Alita's like, not happening. Robbie's like, please, not Big E for the win or the championship title. Sophie's like, Seth Rollins is the only Money in the Bank winner. Vindicator says, I guess McBossman is a fan of drones with that weird graphic appearing every 15 minutes tonight. Sophie says, Rick Boogs is like Elias, but a little bit better.
McAfee's literally dancing on the announce table.
Oh,
like, one-footed,
very
just
excited.
kicking it out there.
It's like, yeah. Does he have boots on? Or does he have sneakers on?
See him? He's standing on the table.
I guess I didn't catch him soon enough. Oh, there he is. I see him.
Yeah.
It was hard because the way that they
See?
showed him before. Oh,
He's got one foot out. He's playing his leg. That's what it is.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
playing the air
He's
guitar
playing
with
air
his
guitar
leg.
with his leg. Sophie says we know they are setting up Randy Orton versus Riddle for SummerSlam. It will be interesting on how we get there. Grant T says, is this the main event? Yes, it is, Grant T.
It's looking like it.
Main event, it's almost over for the night.
You got about 11 minutes left.
Seth Rollins. Sophie says, do you think with this type of show, they should make it a 3-hour show only for one night?
No.
Ever. No.
No, because they would talk for a whole hour.
God, yes.
I swear they don't add matches. They just add talking.
They're like, oh, we have 3 hours? Oh, you know what we can do in that third hour? I know what we can do. Recaps. Talk, recap. Talk, recap. You know what? That's good. And you know what? Then we have a 1-minute match that's so weird that everybody's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah, like Otis and Cesaro.
Yeah. They pulled it tonight, for sure. So weird.
They're like, we didn't have any time. We had to do all their
2015,
entrances.
All the people were like, what the fuck just happened?
I'm just saying that that's what happened, right?
What?
They couldn't have Otis and Cesaro match go on long because they had to have all these entrances.
Yes, they had to have the entrances. They had to have Baron come down and talk his sad story, and Kevin Owens attack him.
Peacock is available on more platforms.
Oh, they finally got their shit together.
We should see if it will stream good on the PlayStation. And see if we shouldn't try to watch it on there. Or we could also do that one outside. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday. It wouldn't be that hard to set everything up.
True. He's like, I'm out. Bye.
Big E!
Oh,
God.
ouch. Yeah, that was almost not good. Somebody
Kevin Owens can do it too.
Ew.
Oh, damn. He landed on Big
His
E's
face?
head. Nakamura couldn't even do any of it.
He's like, I jump from here and give you a knee.
There's my knee. There's ladders everywhere in this one.
Well, yeah. Because it's for the stuff, right?
Ladder
And
match.
they're having a commercial.
9 minutes. So by the time we get back, we're going to have like, what, 4 minutes left?
Maybe.
This is going to be interesting.
Sophie says, have you noticed the flow of both Raw and SmackDown lately? The shows have flown by.
A little bit. I did notice when they stopped the recaps on Monday Night Raw. It's been about a month.
Yeah, they stopped doing that.
They stopped
shit.
doing
Oh
all
my
those
God.
recaps, and it's just
so
so
dumb.
nice.
And you know, it's fine to give like little blurbs of recaps. That's fine. They, you know, like on here every once in a while, you'll be like 2 weeks ago, and they'll show a picture. This is what happened, and then they'll move on. Like they don't put on Raw. It was like 5 minutes of them showing video of recaps, and it was just like, oh my God, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Not one person is like, oh my God, I totally want to watch that.
Recap.
He's like, I stream Peacock on my PlayStation. It lags a little bit. That's what we figured. Sophie's like, Peacock does stream good on the PS5. I should know I put it on there before it went on Amazon Fire Stick.
I have all those things. I mean, I can try.
We've
I
tried
think
how
the
many of
Amazon
them?
Fire Stick didn't work very fast.
Yeah. There
And
is
neither
one
does the
that was, like,
Roku.
way far behind.
The Roku.
Yeah.
It's like 24 seconds behind.
Yeah, we had better luck streaming it on our tablet.
Our tablets are like almost live. Like
Yeah.
they're perfect.
We had better luck streaming it on our tablet from just the Peacock app itself. Indicator says, I hope they are setting up Roman versus Cena versus CM Punk for SummerSlam. Just so all those ridiculous rumor-loving fanboys can have one last moment of satisfaction in their pathetic lives. Right? So it's like, this is why they should have the main event commercial free for both shows.
Yes.
That's just dumb. I don't like it.
Hire CM Punk and Brock Lesnar to come back and wrestle each other at WrestleMania. Start it in like February or just at the Royal Rumble. Like
Right.
just right before it.
That's funny.
Have them both be surprise entrants, but they eliminate each other. Like Brock spears him or something, and then he holds on, and they both go over. Or whatever, however they got to do it. And then they don't wrestle until Mania, and then they just wrestle the one match. Fans would go ape. Especially the older people.
That's true. The older people would, because they'd be like, oh, wow.
Just wait for the interviews. They'd be fantastic. CM Punk would be doing all sorts of crazy shit. Paul Heyman would be saying all sorts of mean shit back. It would be fantastic.
Grant T says 9 minutes left, and Sophie says, which one you got first, Amazon Fire Stick or Roku, since both came out around the same time?
I just got I
Yeah,
don't have the
whatever.
sticks. I've got the Amazon TV, like the box.
Yeah, it works a little bit better.
I
than-
do have a couple sticks that I've never opened. They're in a drawer right there. Literally never been open. I had them for like 2 years now.
True.
Anyways, I have the Fire TV, and then I have the Roku box also. And I think I got the Roku box. No, I got the Amazon one first, and then got the Roku one.
But before that, we had
Chromecast.
Google Chromecast.
Don't do that. Well, it might be great
it
now.
worked great for what you kind of wanted it to do a little bit, because you were just, whatever.
Trying to watch wrestling on there. And back then, I
Sending
didn't
it.
have a lot of people,
Whatever that is. Whatever that
Casting.
means. Casting. That's it. Anyways, we're back from commercial. It looks like Big E is beating the poo out of Kevin Owens over there.
5 minutes, guys.
The Vindicator says Brock who? Question mark. Sophie says SmackDown would be part of Rolling Loud for the first time ever. Cool. I don't know what that means.
Look at this. They're working together. Big E and Seth. Oh, no. That's not Seth. That was Nakamura. That's Seth. And he missed everybody.
Oh, he just fell on his face. That was crazy. Sad. So sad.
Now Nakamura going after Big E.
Hmm.
You're like, I checked out already. I'm just going to play on my phone. Right, Nakamura. The big knee. Right into Seth's stomach.
His gut area has
The
been
midsection.
compromised.
The solar plexus.
His gut area has been compromised. Compromised, people. It's been compromised.
Picks him up.
Pepper
Suplex.
Owens is in the chat saying, ow, my back. And now my front side.
Yeah.
Your gut.
All sorts
My
of
back.
stuff.
My gut. Nakamura is like, look at me.
Oh, Big E. Lifts him up. That's his finisher. He's going to end it right now.
I think the saddest part is why people
It's over.
aren't doing anything is because they've just got their phones up there.
Yeah.
It's like,
You know,
I'm
a
just
lot of it is their
recording
phone.
and doing this.
I'm here. I'm here.
Look at me. I'm here. I can't look and cheer and be part of it. I can't be in the now. I have to do all the other stuff.
I can't wait for a like.
So that guy, that older guy that's right there, and then the guy with the
Canadian hat or the red hat?
the orange hat.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And then the guy next to him that has
The flag.
I think they've stood up the whole time. Like, they've been like...
Who liked Carmella the most, too?
Oh, well,
He has the Mexican flag around his... Mexico flag around his neck. Also in the... Right? That's the Mexican flag.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Green, white, and red. Oh, Seth, taking the table apart.
Oh, man. Seriously.
I feel like this has been the longest 1 minute that I've ever seen.
It has been.
I'm glad it is. Look at
Pat
Seth going up.
Pat doesn't even know what to say. He just standing there with his mouth hanging open, like Michael Cole's having to carry the whole conversation by himself. Sad.
Kevin Owens going all the way up top, guys. All the way up top.
Oh my gosh.
All the way up top. Is he going over? What a crazy bastard. Elbow drop. Randy Savage style. He's hurt. He's like, oh, God. I think he broke his wrist.
He's like, oh my God, I think I don't have a hand anymore. It's terrible.
He's like, that was just dumb. Watch. Instant regret. Watch this.
Yeah, he landed it pretty good. Sophie says, I got a hacked fire stick from one of my mom's cousins. Officer Clark's like, somebody get the EMTs.
I can do that. I've done it. I got the, what was that called? I can't remember. There it is. Curb stomp beats Big E.
Seth Rollins. Big E.
Good
Kevin
deal.
Owens didn't do it, but Seth did it. Seth got it in there.
I figured Seth E is the best wrestler in there.
Sethy.
Oh, Seth E.
Sethy.
Seth is the best wrestler.
Sophie says, wow, that was a quick event. Yeah, it was. Vindicator's like, Owens is so heavy, he injured a cameraman. But anyway, see you guys for recap night later. Well, if you want to join us for some Money in the Bank on Sunday, we'll be here for that. But if not, that's okay.
There is a massive tag team championship match on the pre-show, guys. It is the Usos versus the Mysterios for the tag team championship.
Mysterio and his son
going up against both of the Usos for the titles on the pre-show of Money in the Bank.
Yeah.
So we will be here.
This means Seth isn't going to win this Sunday.
Yeah, probably not.
He's like, look, I took it. He's like, I'll take the women's too. Just kidding. Pepper Owens is like, no. All the people are like, hey, it's time to leave. Like, seriously, I think this is why nobody can cheer.
It's hard to cheer.
What's going on? Oh, wow. It's like, oh my God, seriously, people? Like, get your faces out of your phones. Okay. As I do it. Actually, I was looking up something.
Right.
I was looking up that pizza deal because I'm hungry. So, I was thinking about food. I have problems. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight. We really do appreciate it. That was, of course, SmackDown. That was the first show with fans. Actual fans for a while. Not a pay-per-view with fans, but an actual show taping with fans. And we really do appreciate you coming out and hanging out with us tonight. I know it's a Friday and everybody's like, let's do something else, but we appreciate you.
Let's cut school.
For, coming and hanging out with us instead. Anyways, we will be back seeing you guys again this weekend on Sunday. Twice.
We will see you twice on Sunday,
Those
guys.
times. So, We will be here for some pay-per-view predictions on Sunday.
About 1 p.m. Eastern.
Yes, and then we will be back again later for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view that night.
About 7:30 p.m. Eastern.
Yes. All right, everybody. So take care out there. Be safe for this weekend. You know, make good choices and all that good stuff. All right. Again,
make the best choice that you can.
All right. Talk to you guys later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks for watching us again.